Sorry,
Understand that women and girls are at greater risk for sexual violence.
So I got involved with PSI Caribbean because it's more of a pet project or pet interest that I have. Our family has been so afflicted by gender-based violence in ways that have been totally unspoken or kind of swept under the rug, or even we come from a very Trini family, and so we make light of things that really aren't that light or really aren't that funny. So even when we speak about instances of gender-based violence, it's in a very like jovial kind of joking way, but it's not funny. Did you get the feeling in the pilot that the boys didn't get that until we really started? They were coming up with all kind of...
Right, and I also came from that exercise when they kind of meandered. And it's really that why, because they're going to try to derail you and say, but not that violent, yes, we understand. But that's the opportunity to explain the particular vulnerabilities.
We did that session together, or was it?
You did that session.
Yeah.
Yes,
Where they had the male and the female and they talk about sex. And the guys couldn't think of sex, so they only put violence.
And they were like, when they get catcalled. I'm like, how often that
Yeah. But don't
you
forget,
have to get my permission at every stage.
Remember, that's always a right.
It's something that I don't think that I would like to see repeated in my generation or the generations after me. Everything from emotional abuse to physical abuse to psychological abuse, it can be very harmful, and it happens from parent to child, from intimate partner to intimate partner. There's also a sense of of superiority when it comes to gender and sexuality, and there are homosexual people in our family who I love very much. I also have homosexual friends who I love very much. All of the things that end up being tied into gender-based violence are very dear to me because I've seen it in my family, I've seen it in friends' families. It's very pervasive in Trini culture, and it's something that's largely unspoken and not dealt with in a healthy way. And I'm trying to get the tools that are needed in order to keep that from happening in the next generation of my family and the families I interact with. We're here at Mama Toto to work with them on building capacity and developing a strategy for them to expand their reach as an NGO and to stabilize their program a bit more. You guys are in good standing, but you're definitely not cash rich.
I think the building and stuff too.
It's the parents. They come and they do a visit.
So many times when we remember when we wanted the television and DVD for the family room downstairs, and we asked one of the groups to donate, and they came and they're like,
I know. I think
you remember?
UK women.
UK women, and they said no. Like, there are other people that need it more than you.
That's crazy.
No, it's not.
It is because the appearance. The thing is that if we continue to believe that the NGO sector has to be suffering in order for you guys to attract funding, that means that people on the ground, the beneficiaries, are never going to be getting sufficient services because the organizations themselves have to be in a hand-to-mouth or paycheck-to-paycheck situation. But if you're thinking... Right, if you're thinking about the beneficiaries, the end user, then you should be thinking, we should be supplying these NGOs with more and more funding to make sure they're thriving so they can reach more people. They're really effective birthing center and resource for pregnant women, but they really need to stabilize in terms of resources to retain their midwives. And so we're helping them with that. I did my birthing experience, well, not birthing, but my prenatal care there, and I absolutely loved it. And had I not risked out, McKenna would have definitely been born there. But I had low hemoglobin, so autism rates, and so then I had to go to the hospital. But my midwife from Mama Toto was the first person that visited me after I gave birth. She taught me how to nurse McKenna. They called me every other day for the first 3 months of her life. You know, they really became a part of our family. So in any way that we could help them, you know, I would do it for free. My hospital experience in labor and delivery was good, but I had to be warded for high blood pressure, and it was hellish. Full stop. It was hellish. I had to sign myself. They were holding me for high blood pressure, but after 3 days of nurses yelling in my face and screaming over my crying baby, roaches flying above us, and the like, I decided to sign myself out against medical advice because I knew that my blood pressure would not go down in that environment. And 2 hours after I went home, my blood pressure went down. What we want to talk about is the power dynamic, and that's what I was just talking, loosely touching on with Mags and Giselle about how to kind of preventatively address the pushback you're going to get because your organizations look a certain way from the outside, right? So the best way to take back that power is to address that head on. Yes, we have a very nicely maintained building, and it costs this much to maintain because we have these criteria we have to meet for our clients, right? You always want to take in front before in front takes you. You want to put all of that out on Front Street so they can't come back and say, well, when we looked at your cash flow, the amount of money that you had or the amount of money you spend on maintaining your building just seemed crazy to us. When you list from the outset that these are costs that help to maintain the work that you do, not just the building, but to house the work that you do in an appropriate manner and setting.